back. You're watching The Money Show, and let's get on to our viewer queries segment. I have with me Nisreen Mamaji, who's connected, and let's also speak to our first viewer online, which is Mr. Braj Kishore. Mr. Kishore, good evening. Thank you so much for sending us your questions, sir. And as per the details, you've started your SIP mutual fund since last 2 years, and you're investing almost 30,000 per month. Is that right? Do you want to call out the name of your funds?
Yes, this is right. Good evening to you. So I am
Hi.
investing in Canada Robeco Blue Chips Direct, uh, Parag
Sure.
Parek Flexi and Quant Small Cap,
Okay.
ICC Pro Nifty 50 and SBI Contra.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
so I had accumulated about 8.5 lakhs in it is more than 2 years because initially I was doing
Sure.
a little amount, then I increased it to 30. Uh, okay.
All right.
So
So
I
you're also saying that you have stopped an SIP after accumulating 1.5 lakhs. So which fund is this?
yeah. So this was actually a SBI Blue Chip Fund. So
Okay.
this initially I started with that and I stopped about a year before. But that money is
Sure.
still parked in that. Though SIP
Okay.
has been
All right.
discontinued, but the money is there. So,
You haven't redeemed the amount. All right, sir. Perfect. So the
yeah.
investment horizon is 10 years. How much would you like to accumulate from this portfolio?
That, ma'am, I have not thought about. My aim is
Sure.
to accumulate as max as possible. And
Okay.
so
Sure.
I wanted a review of my portfolio.
Yeah.
And
We will get
additionally,
that
I
done
have
for
one
you.
more query. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have one
sure.
more query if I can submit.
Yeah, yeah, why not, please?
I have got a 30 lakh rupees which I want to invest it for 3 years for my daughter education, higher education.
Got it.
For
Okay.
that, my
Okay.
time is only 2 to 3 years. Basically. So if
Sure.
that answer will be done, I will be grateful.
Sure. So 3 years for 30 lakhs and 10 years for the current investment. Any specific goal attached to this investment in mutual funds that you're doing via SIP?
This I will be looking more my my senior, my daughters will be born up and for their marriage
Sure.
and my for retirement also. So both things come together.
Okay.
So that.
All right. All right. So let's get started then. Nisreen, let's just talk about parking 30 lakhs, for daughter education goal, 3 years for that amount.
All right. So since now, you have your investment plan is only for 3 years, I would suggest that you go in for a balanced advantage category, which is a combination of equity, arbitrage or derivatives, and and fixed income or bonds. And part of it, say about 30 to 40%, you can go into large cap equity stocks because you know for sure that at the end of 3 years that you will need your money. The safer option would be to go for 100% balance advantage funds. And if you want to be a little more aggressive, then say about 50 to 20%, you can park it into a large cap fund. I think you already have one Canada Rubico blue chip equity. So you can continue with that, or you can opt for any other blue chip equity fund, which is 100% large cap. It could be ICICI Prudential as well. And for the balance advantage category, you can go in for, say, a HDFC balance advantage category, or you can go in for ICICI Pru or Kotak as well. So you can select any of these balance advantage funds, and I think that would be a safer option because it will be a combination of large cap funds, arbitrage, as well as fixed income. Because for a 3 year tenure, that would be most, very sort of a moderate aggressive risk tolerance, and you aren't going to be overly aggressive for a 3 year term. As far as your SIP options go, Canada Rubico Blue Chip, you can definitely continue. PP Parag Parek Flexi Cap, you can continue. One small cap and the Nifty of 50 index you've taken of ICICI Prudential, that's also fine. And SBI Contra is also doing fine. So all the categories are very well, decided by you. I guess you've been watching the show for a long time. Asset allocation wise, also it's fine. You are doing this investment for a longer time period, so you can continue this the way it is going. For the alternative fund, because I think you said you stopped one blue chip fund and you are looking for an alternative fund, you can take HDFC Manufacturing Fund because you don't have any themes as of now. So that is a theme that you can definitely incorporate. and hold it for at least 5 years in order to get the best return on it. Because any thematic funds, the holding period is between 5 to 10 years. So I would suggest that you can alternate that. Currently, your SIP of 30,000 rupees a month, in about 10 years, if we calculate at 14% compounded annualized growth rate, it will give you about 83.75 lakhs in your corpus at, if you're projecting it at about 14% compounded growth rate. So that is what your SIP worth will be. And definitely you can go in for the balance advantage category for the lump sums, as I mentioned earlier.
All right, so that's the solution for you and recommendation for you, Mr. Braj Kishore. All the best with your portfolio. And Nisreen, I know we have a lot of questions, but then the time is up for the show. The viewers who were connected, we would request them to, continue watching the show, and we'll be taking your queries tomorrow live on the show. But Nisreen, thank you so much for participating and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And it's time up on the Money Show as well today, but I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID. So do send across your question. Anything related to your mutual fund, insurance, or your overall financial planning, we have it answered through our experts. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.